WMMS.
Anything can happen on Halloween. Your dog could turn into a cat. There may be a toad in your bass guitar, or your sister could turn into a bat. Christmas time brings the snow. Summertime brings the sun. But on Halloween, your blood begins to run. Something spooky's going down. Anything can happen on Halloween. It's better than a video.
Better than a video.
I
know this is from the 80s. That was cutting-edge technology back then. I love Tim Curry, boy. I'm a sucker for Tim Curry. When he goes, I'm going to be really bummed out. There was a movie in the mid-'80s called The Worst Witch. And Tim Curry plays this character that sings this super campy Halloween song, and I love it so much. Your teacher could become a sardine. Yeah.
It could happen on Halloween.
Your dentist could turn into a queen.
My dentist is a queen.
Yeah. I may start playing Begin the Begin. Wow. He's just trying to come up with things that rhyme with Halloween that have no connection whatsoever to the kids that were watching this movie.
It's like the Mulaney joke about writing the song for the sketch with Keith Richards, and he's like, is this how you write music?
Not funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah. So some people might remember that song, 1986, a movie called The Worst Witch. And boy, Tim Curry. He was, of course, Frank N. Furter in Rocky Horror, most famously. And he's been afflicted with something. I don't know if he's got dementia or what. He's been confined to a wheelchair for quite some time. And he's, but boy, I love Tim Curry. He's 76, and he's been rolling around. He was the original Pennywise.
The concierge in Home Alone 2.
There you go.
He was great in that.
He was in Clue. He was in Legend under all that makeup.
That new Pennywise, Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
He's in
Bill
Barbarian.
Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched his brother in a movie called The Northman. That's long and...
Is that about war?
Nordic. Yeah, it's set in like the 8th century or something, but I liked it. So, anyway.
Listen, I got to take this stupid hat off, but then I don't want to look like an idiot. You know? It's so itchy.
I don't want to look like an idiot being itchy.
Everyone always wants to know if famous people are nice. Like Mick Jagger. He came in to host the show. My friends were all like, is he nice? No! Or maybe he is, for his version of life. Because he has a very different life. He's Mick Jagger. That's his name. He's played to stadiums of 20,000 people cheering for him like he's a god for 50 years. That must change you as a person. If you do that for 50 years, you're never again going to be like, does anyone have a laptop charger I could borrow? You know. I pitched him a joke and he went, not funny. I mean, people say that on the internet, but never to your face does a British billionaire in leather pants go, not funny. I spent 2 hours alone with Mick Jagger that week. We were writing song lyrics. It was for a fake song in a comedy sketch. And we came to one point, and he goes, all right, let's all go to the picnic. Let's all have a drink. Let's see what rhymes with drink. And I said, think? And Mick Jagger said, no! And then I said, sink? And Mick Jagger said, yeah. And I was like, is this how you write songs?
Sink. The famous parody song with Sink in it.
It was a good episode of SNL this weekend.
Boy, I did not think so. I think I'm out.
I
think I'm out.
The return of David S. Pumpkins didn't get you all
It did
juiced
not.
up?
It's smelt of desperation.
That was that you could tell that they're reaching. They're just trying to get.
Because I was like, I was so happy to see Bobby Moynihan come back and do that Drunk Uncle desk piece, but I was like, why is he here? Of course, because they were going to do David S. Pumpkins. Tom Hanks had come in earlier, and
Drunk Uncle desk piece, and my girlfriend never saw David S. Pumpkins, the sketch, so she watched it and she was like, "This is hilarious." And I'm like, "Oh, there's like an original one."
Original one's way funnier. I
way
think.
funnier, but for her,
Of course, it was the first time.
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So
the first time
she
saw
enjoyed
it.
it. So I was just happy to see them try and bring it back, and I enjoyed it.
I don't
and then
get what they're doing.
Drunk Uncle was great.
I don't get what they're doing with the hosts recently. They're putting musical. They're having hosts and musical guest be the same person.
They've done that for a long time.
Save money.
Seemingly not as frequently as they've been doing. They had Megan Thee Stallion doing both. This guy Jack Harlow, who I know a lot of people get and know, but also a lot of people don't. And he was good. It was all right. But man, I'm just not. I held on to SNL longer than most humans did, but I think I'm out. I think I'm done.
Way to go, Marcelo.
Yeah.
You killed it for Alan.
I mean, Cecily
we
Strong.
finally got a friend on there, and Alan's like, now I'm done.
Cecily Strong is on there still, and I think she's always been underused.
She's incredible.
Keenan is never going to leave. They have to drag him out, and he's great, but he kind of does it,
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But he's good at that. And yeah, it was okay. We didn't finish the episode. We stopped after David S. Pumpkins.
There was a couple other ones that I enjoyed, but
I liked the Biden horror movie parody. That was good. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not. We used to religiously watch SNL like on Sunday mornings, and now I forget about it. I don't remember that it's like a thing. Tim Curry had a stroke, people are telling me. There you go. Many years ago. Yeah, God, I love Tim Curry. He's just the best. Anyway, a short-ish show today because I got the Cox out pregame. Browns play tonight for Monday Night Football here at home.
I like the Joker wedding.
That was a one-line bit that they stretched into 9 minutes because the joke was Joker. It was set in Kentucky, and they just kept saying Joker like with this southern twang. And I was like, oh, man.
I just know a lot of people from Kentucky.
A group of writers wrote that.
Yeah, and
That's
got
always
some laughs.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was funny.
Sketches are not easy to write. I get it.
And then the Kanye Skechers commercial was okay. Long Jinkos. I mean, I'm also not saying these are like the best sketches ever, but they're like I'm entertained enough by them. Be like, okay, I'll keep it going.
Yeah. Cox Out pregame is at the Ivy tonight. We start around 5:45. Do a couple hours for pregame, or before kickoff rather. Browns Bengals tonight. Got an angry message. If you listen to the iHeartRadio app, you can always leave us talkback messages there. And somebody left me they're mad at Dick.
Hey, Alan. Hey, crew. I listen to Cincinnati radio stations, and once again caught Dick from Dayton calling into Cincinnati and how the Bengals are going to kick the Browns' ass. Well, their host actually had the balls to call him out and said, nope, you're just going to call into an afternoon show in Cleveland and say the opposite. No, never. That's not me, guys.
Good Dick.
F you, Dick, he says. Oh,
259,
no.
by the way.
Oh, come on. You know what I meant. It was a good impression.
We always know what you meant. That's the point.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I don't.
Let him do it.
Dick
Let
can
him
do
have
whatever
his
he
thing.
wants.
He wants to call. He wants to be a part of it.
Yes.
I like that he called him out. Because I
mean, yeah.
called him out too, and it's.
But what's the point of calling him? I've said to Dick
Because
many
it's funny.
times, Dick, you're going to call. This is not new. I've told him for a
Right.
long time. You're going to call somebody else and go, rah, rah, Reds or rah, rah, Bengals. No, my family. I don't care. It's fine.
But
Let him enjoy his life however he sees fit.
But that's one of the things that, like, when you call him out and he just goes, like, he either completely ignores it or just goes, oh, yeah, and then just kind of, like, goes into a different topic. That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. By the way,
Whoa, that was loud.
I like to get people's attention, Mary. Sleepy Raggedy Ann over there. Okay, let me, if the Browns win tonight, Terry the Goat will be 8-0 for the first time ever. She got every other pick this weekend that she picked. She picked 8 games. She has not missed yet this
Dang.
weekend.
Which there were some crazy games this weekend. And,
Yes. That Carolina Falcons game.
Yeah, overtime.
Yeah.
Where the Panthers looked like they had it won, and then they missed an extra point, and then they missed a field goal.
Yeah.
And then Atlanta's like, I guess we'll just go ahead and win this.
Got
now.
within striking distance. Yeah, she picked the Broncos over the Jaguars, Falcons over the Panthers, Vikings over the Cardinals, Picked the Saints over the Raiders. Raiders didn't score, by the way. It was 24-0 was the final. She picked the Pats over the Jets, 49ers over the Rams, Seahawks over the Giants. She got all of them correct. This will be the first time ever in Terry the Goat's 4 seasons on this show that if the Browns win tonight, that's a huge if, she will be 8-0.
Crazier things have happened.
Indeed.
I mean, it's a home game. It's a Monday night. The Bengals have some players out. They have their best wide receiver out. I mean, there's a chance that they could do this. I'd like to see Terry go 8-0. I think that'd be
I would too,
cool.
and I'll tell you what, but people don't realize about the Bengals is that, I mean, Susanna Hoffs is like 50 now, and she still looks great for, you know, what they have her out there doing.
Can I have to do that sigh a little bit more audibly? And
what?
Just so everybody understands.
I'm sorry? Oh, it's Bill's audible sigh, brought to you by iHeartRadio. Alan Auburn fired their football. I know. It's my dad's alma mater. Yep. Fewer than 2 seasons. I think they signed this guy to a whole, Brian Harsin is the Auburn coach. And they signed him to a whole, I think, pretty big deal. And they're like, nope, get out. These guys all walk off like getting golden parachutes from their teams. Oh, darn.
Yeah.
My wife and I are going to go back to Sausalito, I guess, and live our lives however we see fit.
I only had to work 2 years of a 5-year deal that pays me $3 million a year. Oh, man. And it's probably more than that for a school like Auburn.
I just don't know how do you make that work. I mean, that's the best gig in anything, are sports contracts. Because you could get, you know, if you're a player, you get hurt. If you're a coach, you can have a bad season. You know, because they sign these guys to massive deals. You know, both my older kids go to Michigan State, so I root for Michigan State. And they were playing U of M, and my wife and her family, it's all U of M. And basically, like my brother and my mom, they're all U of M fans. Well, I root for where my money goes. So Michigan State are playing. And Michigan State had an amazing season a couple seasons ago, right? Beat Michigan, beat Ohio State. So they signed their head coach to like some 10-year, $90 million. Well, now the guy's crapping the bed, right? So they're like, okay. But it's the best gig ever. Because even if they don't pay out your entire deal, which they usually have to do, you're still going to get millions and millions of dollars. You know, the joke about how we're still paying Romeo Crennel on the Browns because they fire these dudes and they're still paying them for, you know. So next time you wonder why your tickets are so expensive.
There you go.
There you go.
Brian Harsin had a 6-year, $31.5 million deal to coach at Auburn.
Yeah.
Whew.
Well, there you go. Alan Cox Show After Hours line for people who want to leave messages there. And boy, we got a lot of them. I got a big, long political joke call to play later on, too.
God.
He was on a tear. And again, you get whiplash from this guy. Wait till you hear this call later on.
I can't wait.
216-986-8903 is that After Hours number.
Hey, Alan. It's Jamie from Akron. You used a little sound clip last week that was somebody like falling down the stairs, somebody falling down a hill, something. It's a very known 80s thing of, oh my God, oh my God. And I know it. I am 48 years old. I grew up in the 80s, and I know it's from like a John Landis movie, or it's like an Animal House thing or something. And I've tried to Google it, and I cannot figure out what it is. So if you could just enlighten me, I would be really appreciative because it's driving me crazy.
You know what that's from, Bill, right?
Can I hear it?
His car is going down a hill. He's been forced off the road.
I can't remember what that's from.
The actor is Griffin Dunn. He's Michael Keaton's brother in a movie called Johnny Dangerously.
Johnny Dangerously, okay. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
So good.
Yeah.
And so dumb.
So dumb.
Amy Heckerling directed that. She's the one who directed Clueless and Fast Times and Look Who's Talking and one of the vacation movies.
Classics.
Johnny Dangerously. Oh, so good. Only good thing Piscopo was ever in, too. Except Mrs. Piscopo.
Obviously.
Hey, Bill in Lakewood, hello.
Hey, hi, Al. Hate the show and happy Halloween.
Thank you. What's up?
I just want to make a quick thing. You're talking about Michigan State and the kids who went there. And these coaches, the problem nowadays, it's big business, is you get all the recruits to follow the legendary coach, and then they just leave to go to another high-profile school, and you're stuck there. So, you get a full
Yeah,
ride.
I wouldn't even, calling it big business is an understatement. I wouldn't even pretend to understand all the machinations that go into these, but like...
Oh, yeah.
But like Michigan State players were like beating up a Michigan player or something in the tunnel, and they're off the team now. Yeah. Oh, my God, it's weird.
I was just gonna tell you that, like old school tradition, we all go out the same tunnel. That's probably not a good idea in 2022, putting two rivals together and everyone's built like a mountain, and after the game, then they just started fighting. And I'm like, am I crazy or like, why is everyone so shocked? It's just
Bill. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for life, Bill. We all enter this world coming out the tunnel. You think we know how to behave? I mean, I didn't. I got lifted out, but you get my point. I mean, you think we know how to behave?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
All
we
right.
don't. Like you get hit with a grocery cart in the grocery store because you didn't move fast enough. So
yeah,
it should apply to football.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
there should be more. I think. Thank you, Bill. I'm taking Bill's point. There should be more grocery carts on the football field.
Yes.
I think that's what he was implying.
I could spice things up a bit.
And by the way, how was the Smashing Pumpkins show?
It was.
I heard
fantastic.
it was real good.
It was really great.
Did you get to run around and give people floor seats?
No, because we had no floor seats.
Really?
We had no floor seats.
I thought that was the upgrade.
Yeah. Well, then they didn't actually come through with them. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We get no respect.
I know. But it was
spent
a great
weeks talking about these shows and
great show though.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
Oh no, we know you've done your part to promote the show, WMMS. We just don't have tickets for you. Oh, bravo.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, because the whole thing was the tickets that we had.
We
were
know
in
you've
a
been
section.
telling people for weeks that you were going to do this, but we just couldn't come up with seats for a not even remotely sold out show.
Well, they closed the 200s.
Yeah.
And then they moved everybody down to like the club level. And
Yeah.
that's the seats that we already had. So everybody that had 200s was just going to be in the club level seat. So they would have moved up like 2 rows.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
yeah.
Great.
But it was a great show.
Yeah.
Jane's Addiction was awesome. I did not get to see Meg
Myers. Hey, she's great too.
But Smashing Pumpkins sounded awesome.
Mhm.
Billy
Billy Corgan
Billy
is who you're thinking of.
was awesome. He is a big lurch-looking
He's very
mofo.
tall. Yeah.
But he put on a great show, and he sounded good, and I had a blast. And they did a good job of playing a little bit of new stuff, but mostly hits.
Mhm.
Like he worked.
That's what you want.
Yeah, you got a few new songs, but every song was something that I was very familiar with. So and they did a great cover too.
And an engaged crowd, I assume.
Yeah.
Everybody was into it.
Yeah, they were loving it.
I heard it was real good. Yeah. Yeah, you said they covered Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads?
Yep.
It's a great
and it's
song.
a very Smashing Pumpkins cover of it.
Mhm.
And yeah, Smashing Pumpkins, I mean, that's a band that I just have always enjoyed so much, and it's very much just I would say My Chemical Romance is just the millennial version of Smashing Pumpkins.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just like a gothiness of
Yeah,
it, and
yeah,
like they kind of have these real hard songs, but then they have these songs that sound that they're
Orchestral and melodic,
and
yeah.
melodic and stuff like that. So it's a very similar feeling, real goblin-like frontmen.
Mushroom had covered War Pigs,
Mhm.
but in the middle of one of their songs.
Yeah.
So they were playing one of their songs, and then the guitar changed, and then it was War Pigs. And I don't think I've ever seen a crowd lose their mind. Like these people
That's cool.
lost it. And then they just played like the first part and the first chorus, and then like went back into
Yeah,
their
it's
song. It
instantly
was cool.
recognizable.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
And did you sing along with your favorite song, Want to Get in My Car? Did they did they do that?
It's funny you should mention that.
Oh God, he's got it audio.
Wanna get in my car. He did it. Oh, want to get in my car. Beautiful. What a great song. All right, I got to take a break. Good. Well, if you went to the show, I'm glad you made it. If we got you tickets, well, we had Ray up there in the VIP. Did you check in on Ray?
I didn't get to see Ray.
From outside our window, he went off us when Billy Corgan was on.
Didn't bump into him.
Yeah. Okay, let me take a break here. I will have another $1,000 for you at 3:30. Wasp tickets for you coming back here if you dig those guys. And we'll be back after these.
Wanna get in my car?
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever smart device you have.
Just